What's going on, guys? My name is Alex, and today we're going to be talking about PCs and why I, as a Mac user, built one. Alright, so what made me decide to build a PC after using a MacBook for the past 7 years? There's a couple of reasons for that. It's going to be price, performance, and the ability to customize. So let's start off with performance. My MacBook Pro handles general tasks and photo editing with no problem at all. But when it comes to video, it just does not have the power to keep up. So right now I have a 2011 MacBook Pro with the i5 processor. I recently upgraded it from 4 gigs of RAM to 8 gigabytes, as well as installing a solid state hard drive. So after installing more RAM in the solid state, the computer ran a lot better, but it still wasn't enough to do video. So I started looking at other options for a video editing rig. New MacBook Pro prices were just out of the question for me at this point. I couldn't justify it. And then my roommate suggested looking at building my own custom PC. So long story short, that's what happened. Research was done, PC was built, and that's what we're going to be looking at today. But first, a new location, because it is super hot out here today. No idea what I was thinking filming in summer outside in Georgia. Alright, we are back. Feels much better to be inside in the AC. As you can see, I've got some of the parts behind me, so let's go ahead and get into it and start looking at what I got. So with this build, the main focus was to build something that could handle video editing without spending, let's say, $2,000 or so for a new MacBook Pro. For my CPU, I selected the i5-8600K. It's a 6-core, 6-thread processor. This is going to be great for handling multitasking, such as photo editing, video editing, rendering things out, things like that. I felt this processor was a good trade-off between performance and price. As you can see there, that says $349. I did not pay $349 for this. I got it from my local computer store for $219. So I bundled this CPU with the ASUS Prime Z370A motherboard that you can see behind me. I think this motherboard is a great entry-level motherboard. It has many of the features that you would like on higher-end boards. Things such as overclocking. It's got the ASUS Aura Sync system. Moving on to the rest of the components, I'm running 16 gigabytes of RAM in this system. And for the power supply, I went with a fully modular EVGA 650 80 Plus Gold. I highly suggest you get a fully modular power supply for your computer. It makes wiring it up so much easier, so much cleaner. You don't have unnecessary wires and things like that. You only plug in exactly what you need. The 8600K does not come with a stock cooler, so I went with a Cooler Master MasterLiquid all-in-one CPU cooler. This is compatible with the ASUS Aura Sync, which is awesome. I can use one program to control all the lights. This cooler is RGB on the block. RGB fans are on this cooler. All that can be controlled with the ASUS Aura Sync. This, being a liquid cooler, does a great job of keeping temperatures down. I think when I'm rendering something like a photo or a video, max temperatures I'm hitting is in the 60s. Idle temps are usually around 29 to 30 C, which is awesome. Wrapping things up here, the case is a Fractal design Meshify C. It has the beautiful dark tempered glass side panel, as well as a large front mesh grill area to help with airflow. Alright, so the last thing I want to talk about before we go is the whole Mac versus PC thing. I like Apple products. I've been using a MacBook Pro for the past 6 to 7 years. But I really like the price to performance factor of building a custom PC. And at this point I really just couldn't justify the new prices of the MacBook Pros. And at the end of the day for me it was really about just getting the right tool for the job. That's how I think about this kind of stuff, like computers, cameras, they're all just tools to help you create, help you get something done. Also, it was a fun experience building a custom PC for the first time. All the different parts and pieces, there's a lot of options for you to customize and really make it your own with how it looks. Alright, that's going to do it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know by clicking like, subscribe for more stuff like this, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.